Hey, good evening. I'm seeing a lot of stories on the interweb nowadays, about Walmart destroying cars at their auto center, and other quick lubes are the same. Well, let me give you a story about something that happened to my daughter. So, about 3 years ago, my wife, my two daughters, my daughter's girlfriend, the grandson were going down to Corpus Christi, or here in Texas. Now, my daughter's always on time about her oil changes and doing the maintenance. Now, she usually always go to the dealer. Well, this one time she couldn't get an appointment when she needed it to get the oil change done because they're getting ready to head down to the beach and stuff down there. So she did at Walmart. She works at Walmart. She's been there, I don't know, I think it's around 17 years now. So of course I couldn't go because I had to work. So they left. I believe it was a Friday. They left. They took two cars. They took my daughter's two cars to carry everybody plus the dog and the food and the other stuff that they needed. I don't know, 5, maybe 6 hours later, I'm getting a call from my daughter to, hey, Dad. She goes, the check engine light came on, it was flashing, oil light came on, car died. I said, really? So, she got out of the car. I said, right off the bat, I said, take a look underneath that car, tell me what you see. She said there was oil everywhere. She even took a picture. The oil inside the rims looked like somebody took a can of black spray paint, sprayed the inside of the rims. And the oil plug was missing. Go figure, right? All right. So I got off the phone with them, called to have the car towed. They brought it to a place down there. I don't remember exactly where. I think they were maybe 30 minutes from their location, from their Airbnb they were staying at. So they towed it to some auto clinic. It was like a school, teach kids, automotives and adults as well. So the guy looked it over. He said, yeah. He said, you might have some engine damage. He said the oil plug was missing. So he new filter, put a new plug in, filled it up with oil. She took off. It was fine. But I knew something didn't seem right. I said, well, come Saturday, I went to work. I said, I'm coming down there when I get out of work. Now, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, or used to be to work for 6 because of where I lived. So you can imagine, I worked a full day, got off work around 2, went home, took a shower, had something quick to eat, got in the car, started my 7-hour journey down there. And of course, it took me a little longer because, tired, had to stop for fuel, had to stop to eat, that kind of thing. I get down there, tired as hell. It was dark. I think I got down there around 11 o'clock at night. Had a quick bite to eat when I was down there, passed out, went to bed. Got up the next day, looked over the car, oil everywhere. So I took it down to the car wash, self-service car wash down there, washed the whole car, and then parked it back at the Airbnb, and then we jumped in the other two cars. Now, we only had to use one car, so now there's 3 cars down there. So we got into one, we went down to Corpus, down to the beach, and did the sights and all that, and, saw different things. And then when we were leaving later on that afternoon, I said, well, I'm driving this car. It was a Kia Soul, 2018, I think. My daughter has a 2020 Forte, their second car. So I was down there with the wife's Kia Forte, 2020, same exact car as the daughter's. We get about 16 miles, car locks up, that's it, the end of the road. Because when I started it up that morning, I did hear a slight tick at startup. That was about it. I figured this car you know, we should be able to get it back home, and we'll bring it to the dealer later on. So, stuck on the side of the road. Another 2.5 hours to get a tow. And I believe they towed it to a Kia dealer in there. I think it's called Victoria, Texas. And here's the sad part. Walmart refused to cover anything. I think out of the $400 tow bill, I think she collected $200. That was about it. Wouldn't pay for the guy that looked it over. Wouldn't pay for a renter. Wouldn't pay for anything. Gave her a hard time. Figured she's an employee, right? So after about 3 months, car being down at the dealership felt real bad for her. The dealer went ahead and filed it under a warranty claim. She had a brand new motor put in it. Then she had to drive back down there with her spouse, her girlfriend, pick the car up. Now, they did a really nice thing. They didn't have to, but they did it because they felt real bad for my daughter being screwed over by her own employer. I mean, that is pretty sad. So, lesson learned. She'll never use Walmart again. She strictly goes to the dealer. I mean, she said she's used Walmart in the past when she needed to, never had a problem. But after that experience, and that car only had 35,000 miles on it at that time. After that experience and the BS that she went through, and they refused to take care of it, she'll never have her oil changes done there again. Okay? And of course, she don't even shop there. She just works there. She makes damn good money. That's why she's there. She shops elsewhere. So that's our little story about the nightmare and our experience with the Walmart Auto and Lube Center. But you know what? They're not the only ones. There's plenty of other lube centers out there. Quick Lube, Jiffy Lube, 5-Minute Lube. You know, there's a bunch of them that I wouldn't waste your time doing. Now I'm going to do a video here in a little bit on the pros and cons of being a DIY, doing your own oil changes. And we'll see you later.